Today it's my turn to ruin someone else's video. Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to my plot. Last week I said things were a bit of a struggle. Things were getting on top of me, but I'm feeling much better this week. Got a bit more time, got the week kind of planned out, and today I've brought down my strimmer, so I'm finally going to get taking care of the grassland behind me. Some neighbours need some help as well, and the fact that I've got the strimmer is lovely to be able to help them. So we're doing that first, and then second I'm finally going to get around to weeding, because some of the beds are getting a little bit out of control, and maybe I'm just a bit OCD, but I don't like it when it feels like it's getting out of control, and I think it's not going to be helping with the slugs. So yeah, other than that, plot looks okay. I mean, the pests are still there. I'm hoping my next video will be about pest control and looking at the results of neem oil and some other methods that I'm going to be using. So yeah, with that said, I'm so excited. Well, this is incredibly frustrating, and one of the worst things about strimming through long grass, you don't always know if you're going to hit something or not. And I appear to have found a missing wire from this little thing. With that little avenue taken care of, I'm moving my attention over to the kind of seating area over here. Now I was just about to start strimming this, and I looked down and I saw bindweed, and I thought, actually, I'd quite like to compost all this grass, because it's a really great resource. But I don't want loads of bits of chopped up bindweed in there that are going to re-root, so I'm painstakingly going through by hand, taking out as much bindweed as I can see. And it's not very fun, but it's one of those things that's got to be done, really. So there we have it, pretty much done, I think. Had a little go at the next door neighbours as well. So satisfying, incredibly satisfying job. Yeah, now the boring part, to rake it all up, double check for bindweed as I'm going through, and then it's all in the compost. So super happy, but yeah, just a little bit more to do yet. Also, I forgot to say, oh my goodness, there are so many metal poles in this allotment, and I couldn't find the attachment for the normal grass cutting spool, which is good because I think some of this is so rank it needed the tri-blade, the metal blade I've got on there. But oh my god, there's so many areas like down here, just so many metal poles, so luckily I didn't hit any, amazingly, but yeah, a little bit tricky. Now just look at all this. It might not look like much, it is just a pile of grass, but to me this is like green gold. I've always really struggled to get my hands on compost for this plot, so being able to take nutrients from that part of the plot where I do not need them, do not want them, where I want to encourage biodiversity and build a meadow mix eventually. This is just wonderful. So I'll get it in the compost. It's not all going in at once. This is a huge amount of greens to go in. We're going to need to balance it out with some browns over time, but I'll put it to one side near the compost, and I'm just ecstatic to have it, really. I'm gonna go with a pretty decent layer. So yeah, you can see we're going for a pretty thick layer in here, but probably about half of what we've cut, and the rest I'm gonna put to one side, let it dry out a bit, wait till there's some more browns in here, and then add it. As you know from the previous episode, the compost quality isn't too good, so hopefully this is really gonna help boost that quality and bring it up to scratch. It's the next day. I've just about recovered from the strimming. It's another gorgeous day today, and the mission continues to regain control on the plot. I'm gonna get some of the nets off and get in there and start weeding properly. Gonna skip through it a little bit because I think it's gonna take quite a long time, but yeah, hopefully it'll be quite interesting to see, and let's get straight into it. No, I wouldn't usually weed by hand. Yeah, it's extremely time consuming, and most of the time I'll just get the hoe out and go through it with the hoe. But it is useful to go through and do it by hand from time to time. One, because you can get the roots of plants, especially bindweed and bramble. You can get as deep as possible with your fingers. It's also really good because you can check the moisture level. So you can see I've watered earlier today, and by pulling out the roots you can kind of see deeper into the soil and see how far that water has penetrated. The other good thing is it allows you to get up close and personal with your plants, and you can do things like find new pests. So today I've found some new pests on the brassicas. There's a brassica whitefly on there. So yeah, nothing wrong with using a hoe most of the time, but I do recommend getting in there with your hands from time to time. As you can see, unfortunately we lost a couple of kohlrabi plants. I don't think this one's coming back to life. But the good news is, I had some backups that I set aside just in case. So let's get these in. You can see this one as well has got a lot of flea beetle damage, and no doubt they're going to go for these as well. They really like the young plants, but I have ordered some neem oil, so I should be able to get that on these fairly soon when it arrives, and we'll see if that works or not. So there we go, the plot's been weeded, it's had a really good strim, it looks completely different, it's kind of transformed. I'm feeling a lot better about the plot, definitely. God, there is a magpie in this tree, and it is so loud, just constantly going on. Apologies as well, the video is half shot on my phone and half shot on my new camera, which arrived halfway through filming the episode, so apologies for that. But yeah, do have a shiny new camera, so future videos will look a little bit nicer, which is very exciting. But yeah, as always, hope you enjoyed watching. If you did like the video, please give me a like below, subscribe if you want to see videos similar to this one, and hit the bell as well if you want to be notified every time I upload a video. As always, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again next time. My absolute favourite thing to see in a garden, the humble ladybird. Go Eat the aphids.